If you go near the peak of Mount Gordo between 23 and 0 o'clock in game time in Grand Theft Auto 5, there will be a figure of a ghost girl. She doesn't move and she is a translucent still. The character's name is Jolene Crenley Evans. The backstory is her husband Jack, who was a famous stunt double in the 70s, pushed her off a cliff where you can find her silhouette. If you name a sniper at her figure, you will see it clearly, but if you decide to go near her, her silhouette will disappear. Earlier on in the game's release, fans have created myths that she would attack you or push you off a cliff. 9/11 changed GTA 3. A GTA developer revealed just weeks after the terrorist attacks on September 11th, Rockstar altered game features that could be sensitive to the people involved. They changed the color of police vehicles so they wouldn't match the NYPD. They altered flight paths so it wouldn't look like that they were flying behind or into skyscrapers, and they removed a mission that references to terrorists. Also, due to their main office being in New York at the time, they had to delay the game's release, despite the popular belief at the time that it was due to game changes. The Epsilon Program. The Epsilon Program is a very corrupt religious cult in the GTA 5 universe. You can activate this and find them by going on your phone to their website and donating $5,000 to them as Michael in Grand Theft Auto 5. By doing this, you will be offered a mission where you have to complete absurd objectives for the cult, such as running 5 meters in the desert or sleeping for 10 days with the Epsilon robe on. The Epsilon cult is ran by Chris Fromage, a corrupt religious leader who tries to suck as much money and faith out of people as he can. Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't the only game where Epsilon is mentioned, as in GTA 4 it was mentioned several times. Eddie Lowe. Eddie Lowe is a side character in GTA 4, mostly known for his serial killer-like traits. In your first encounter with Eddie, he asks Nico if you could give him a ride to the docks to, quote, drop off his friends. Later on in the news, it is reported that a headless victim is found at the docks in the sport bag. In your second encounter with Eddie, it happens in a dark alleyway, and Eddie starts making weird and disturbing comments to Nico. As he's doing this, Nico tells Eddie to fuck off. Eddie then gets upset and launches into a rant speaking about how he has tortured and killed multiple children.
It's taken your star son, your prized little quarterback, and fucked him in the ass, and then tied him up, strangled him into knots. And your daughter? Your pretty little daughter, Mrs. Abrahams? And he's ripped out her intestines just to see if he could feel anything. And you know what? He couldn't. He couldn't.
You should get laid or something.
Oh,
Eddie then attacks Nico with a knife, leaving Nico to kill him in no choice but self-defense. The news later on reveals that the serial killer was in fact Eddie and that they found his body. Apartment 3C. Apartment 3C is an apartment room located south of Pay and Spray in Ocean Beach, Vice City in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. If you enter this apartment and head to the bathroom, you will find bloodstains all over the walls and you will also find a chainsaw. The Mega Leak. The Mega Leak refers to the giant Grand Theft Auto 6 leak made in September 2022, where a 17-year-old hacker from the UK was able to acquire access to the source codes from both GTA 5 and 6, very much threatening the existence of Grand Theft Auto 5 and also threatening the creation of Grand Theft Auto 6. What this hacker did was leak around 90 videos of pre-alpha gameplay from Grand Theft Auto 6, revealing that there will be a male and female protagonist named Jason and Lucia, and the game is also going to be set in Vice City. This was quite possibly the biggest gaming leak in history due to the anticipation behind Grand Theft Auto 6 and how much was leaked. The 17-year-old kid was eventually arrested and he is facing charges for his crime. I should also mention that all these videos were taken down due to copyright, and it is very hard to find these videos now on YouTube. It is still possible, but it would also be very difficult to find these. I will not be able to show them due to obvious reasons for copyright, but if you want to, go and search for them at your own risk. Darkel. Darkel was a main character that was cut during the development of Grand Theft Auto 3. His development actually got so far that you can find the character's textures in the game file. He was voiced by actor Bill Fiore. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and it was speculated that his character was removed due to 9/11 attacks. There was a rumor that he had a mission where he had to blow up a bus full of children, which Rockstar denied and said he was removed due to not fitting into the game. Bigfoot. Bigfoot being in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas is most likely the most infamous myth in Grand Theft Auto history. This is where players believe that if you travel to the San Andreas countryside, you were able to find Bigfoot if you chased through the woods. Rockstar eventually proved this to be a hoax, and they even brought Bigfoot into a future game, Grand Theft Auto 5. In your Grand Theft Auto 5, if you 100% the game, you are able to go to the countryside, and you are able to find a hunter who tells you he has spent years of his life trying to find Bigfoot. Franklin eventually goes to find this Bigfoot and chases him on the woods for about 2 to 3 minutes before stopping him. It turns out that this Bigfoot is actually just a guy in a suit, most likely poking fun at the fact that people actually believed that Bigfoot was in San Andreas with no proof whatsoever except for mods and videos online. Zombie Elvis. In Grand Theft Auto 3 and Vice City, if you are walking on the sidewalk, if you look closely, you are able to see a newspaper blowing on the ground that shows a report from Liberty News that says a zombie version of famous singer Elvis was found. This is an in-game Easter egg that revolved around the alleged sightings of the late Elvis Presley during the 70s and 80s after his death. Alien War. Back in 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic, a huge phenomenon started on TikTok where players on GTA Online would run around in green or purple alien suits, which then the two colors would go against each other in battles with various melee weapons. It made for some funny content and videos all around on social media, and thousands of players were coming together to participate in this event, leaving a mark on GTA Online forever. Mothman. Mothman is another hoax that people have claimed to see in GTA San Andreas, such as Bigfoot. Mothman is actually based off a real-life legend that people have claimed to find in Point Pleasant, West Virginia in the 1960s. According to the real-life legend, Mothman is a large creature with insect-like wings, red eyes, and a furry owl-like body. Legends say that Mothman sightings are usually followed up by tragedies with many deaths, such as airplane crashes or bridge collapses. Mount Chiliad. Mount Chiliad is the tallest mountain you could scale in Grand Theft Auto 5, and other than that, it has a share of cryptic messages. First, if you enter the tramway station at the top, on the wall you can see a cryptic drawing of what seems to be an Illuminati-like thing. Also, players have been reported to see UFOs and jetpacks in that mural, and you can find the same mural in GTA Online in the Mount Chiliad launch facility. If you also come back to Mount Chiliad after 100%ing the game at 3 AM during a storm, you can see a UFO hovering over it. Also, if you want to learn more about Mount Chiliad and how it is gaming's greatest mystery, you should go check out the Epic Nate 315's channel for his video on it. He explains well into depth why it is mysterious and what happens in that place. Ghost cars. In single player, there is a minor glitch resulting in some pedestrian cars having no driver, or on rare occasions they would be invisible but they would still drive around like normal. This behavior is most likely to be seen in and around the Lago Zancudo area, and they will turn aggressive and drive away if the player fires a weapon, mimicking regular pedestrian behavior. Ghost cars also appear in GTA Online. They can randomly spawn and be stolen. Also, they can randomly disappear too, and can appear if a player lags out. The lagging out or purchasing of a vehicle replacing the personal vehicle creates a car that is unattainable, even if the windows are shot out by the player. Easter egg in Vice City. If you head downtown to the Vice City News building in GTA Vice City and climb the helipad to get a helicopter, you can find a building behind it where if you jump through a window on the top floor, there's an actual Easter egg that says Happy Easter on it. 6 stars cut from Grand Theft Auto 5. In every other former GTA title before 5, the highest wanted level you could get was 6 stars. In GTA 5, it was reduced to 5 stars for an unknown reason. 6 stars were originally planned to be a game speculated, but ultimately cut due to developers finding it nearly impossible to escape the police with 6 stars. Peyote and Golden Peyote. Peyote plants are 27 plants around GTA 5 story mode where if you consume them, they will turn you into a random animal, and this is caused by your character hallucinating. The Golden Peyote is one of the rarest collectibles in GTA 5, and it will only show up when the player has obtained 100% completion, finished the mission, the last one, and it will appear in random locations between 5:30 and 8 AM in game, and only in snowy or foggy weather conditions. Consuming the plant will turn you into Bigfoot. Gator Keys and Shady Acres. Gator Keys is a location near Vice City that was planned to be featured in Grand Theft Auto Vice City, but was cut during the beta development. Its existence was revealed in a dialogue from Cut Mission featuring Avery Carrington. Shady Acres is a high-class housing complex that is advertised on the radio in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It is a housing complex for the rich and divorced men to live up in style. It is another one of the pieces of real estate owned by Avery Carrington, who also voices the commercial. While it does not physically appear in the game, it could possibly be located in the beta location known as Gator Keys. Leatherface. Leatherface is yet again another GTA San Andreas myth. The whole idea of Leatherface began sometime around the release of GTA San Andreas when internet-based rumors began to spread about strange chainsaw noises that could be heard around the Panopticon late at night. In fact, there are many online videos that supposedly document these strange chainsaw noises in the area. Soon, these rumors got more intense and players started to say that they had witnessed a killer. This had turned out to be a hoax. Altruists. The Altruists is a malevolent religious cult comprised entirely of elderly men from the baby boomer generation that follow altruism and believe that all other generations after them are all the causes of the problems in the world. The cult consists of cannibals, and actually in story mode, if you do side missions where you take strangers to their destinations, as Trevor in GTA 5, the cult will take the person and presumably serve them to the entire camp to eat. Also, within the final mission where you take someone to the camp as Trevor, the camp will actually take Trevor as a sacrifice himself, and Trevor will escape by shooting and killing every single one of them. Beverly Johnson Ghost. Beverly Johnson, mother of CJ, was killed in 1992 in a drive-by shooting carried out by the Ballas gang. Some players have reported seeing the ghost of Beverly Johnson, CJ's deceased mother, inside the Johnson house on Grove Street at night. The ghost allegedly walks down the stairs and in and around the living room, and in some accounts even attacks the players. Many players claim that there is an increased chance of the ghost spawning if the in-game day is Friday and if the player sets their computer clock to Halloween. This was proven to be a hoax due to the lack of evidence to support these claims. Desert body bags. In GTA San Andreas, there is a dugout filled with body bags located northwest of Area 69 and southwest of the Verdant Meadows aircraft graveyard. Trevor's Ghost. For one of the final 3 missions in GTA 5, you could choose to kill one of the main protagonists, Trevor. Due to the violent and horrific way that Trevor died, some players believe that his ghost can be seen in his trailer in Sandy Shores, where his eyes will appear red outside his kitchen window. That haunting is said to occur at exactly 2 a.m. for 1 second. So far, there is little evidence to support this claim, and it is also believed that if the player saw Trevor's ghost, the player's character would be instantly caught on fire in an iconic throwback to Trevor's death. Trevor's mom. Trevor's mother is Mrs. Phillips, who died at some point before 2013. She was once a prostitute and a stripper. It is implied in the game that Mrs. Phillips was both abusive and neglectful towards Trevor, rarely paying attention to him and demeaning him on the rare occasions when she did. This could be proven by multiple dialogues in the game and also a secret mission in GTA 5 where Trevor enters his trailer to see his mother. She is giving him manipulative comments and demeaning him once again.
I found a girl. Tell me, Trevor, are you gay?
No.
Is that what this is all about?
No. After completing the mission for her, you return to Trevor's trailer to see she has disappeared, and Trevor starts having a breakdown on the floor. Once you switch back to Trevor after this mission, he is smoking a pipe and crying about his mom, leading to believe that she was a figment of his traumatic memories and he was reliving them. Michael Hollick drama. Michael Hollick is the voice actor of GTA 4 protagonist Nico Bellic, and he is mostly known for his controversy with Rockstar Games after the release of GTA 4. When Hollick saw the success of GTA 4, he tried to negotiate for more money, saying that he had no idea that the game would be so successful. However, he was denied by Rockstar. Hollick was paid about $100,000 for his work voice acting and motion capture work over the course of about 15 months from 2006 to 2007. Hollick was paid about $1,050 a day for his work on the game, about 50% more than the standard Screen Actors Guild negotiated rate for actors, although he claimed that it was still a fraction of the income that he would get from a film or TV show performance, and that he was upset about not getting residuals from game sales, putting all the blame on the union for not securing such agreements. Drunk camera. Back in 2008, upon release of GTA 4, players who would pirate the game would be getting a bug where the camera would go crazy like the player was drunk. Players have also reported getting into cars and the car accelerating on its own in full throttle. This was found out to be due to the anti-piracy measures that Rockstar implemented into the game, stopping people who would illegally download the game from getting any further than the first few minutes of the prologue. Leonora Johnson. Leonora Johnson was the actress who lived in Los Santos during the 1970s, and she was eventually abducted, tortured, and murdered by an unsolved killer, which in the game, you are allowed to do a mission as Franklin where you collect 50 letter scraps that would lead to the murder of Leonora, and it leads you to a man who is named Peter Dreyfus. You are either able to kill him or let you go, and he has a very sociopathic mind. Pigsy. Pigsy is an antagonist in the 2003 horror game Manhunt released by Rockstar Games. Pigsy is a deranged mass murderer who uses a severed pig's head as a mask and has lost all connection with reality from his behavior. Pigsy's existence in San Andreas was sparked by various online rumors during the release of the game, but it gained popularity when YouTube myth hunter Darth Dementis posted a video about the rumor back in the day. From that point forward, the myth that you could find Pigsy in GTA San Andreas began, still with no proof that it is real to this day. Mr. Trenchcoat. Mr. Trenchcoat is a peculiar pedestrian who believes he has been abducted by aliens. He's unique to certain areas in Tierra Robada and Bone County, though he sometimes appears as the suicidal photographer in Flint County. His dialogue consists of intriguing and weird lines suggestive to his abduction, or that he has encountered strange creatures.
Green-blooded abomination!
Rumors that Mr. Trenchcoat is a serial killer soon arose after players reported him supposedly attacking them and other pedestrians with a combat shotgun, but these rumors were not based on fact and generally assumed that the player who had witnessed this phenomenon may have had the riot sheet activated at the time. Other players have reported him stabbing pedestrians in Fort Carson. The Sharmuta Heist. The Sharmuta Job, also known as the Nice House Heist, is a cut heist that was originally planned to appear in GTA 5. It involved Michael and Trevor robbing the mansion owned by Martin Madrazo. According to the mission's objectives listed in the missions.xml file, the two protagonists had to steal a safe, Madrazo's prized horse, and kidnap his wife. The only leftovers are the text entries describing the heist, a very old minimap icon, and some mission-specific sound files. There were already 3 approaches planned out for this heist. One being night stealth. Michael and Trevor enter the house using night using stealth. Patricia Madrazo is disturbed while the heist is in progress, so they would have to tie her up. And then they would remove the safe from the wall, steal the horse, and kidnap Patricia. 2. High impact. Michael and Trevor, disguised as mime artists, enter the house during a party and tie up the guests. Madrazo's guards arrive and a shootout begins. Michael and Trevor then remove the safe, steal the horse, and take Madrazo hostage. Number 3 would be Clown Day Stealth. Michael and Trevor, this time disguised as clowns, arrive at the house during the party. They then use the safes using stealth and performance party tricks to gain access to the stables. They steal Madrazo's horse and escape with the horse, safe, and Martin's wife. Only a few audio clips remain in the game files, including sound effects of the clown shoes. In the final version of GTA 5, Michael doesn't agree on robbing La Fuente Blanca and Queada Libre. The kidnapping of Patricia Madrazo from this mission was moved to Queada Libre, with Trevor kidnapping Patricia off-screen due to Martin's mistreatment of her, and also due to Martin's refusal to pay Trevor and Michael for killing his cousin Javier. The final cutscene also shows Patricia tied up in the trunk of a car like the original plans for the Sharmuta Job. Project Americas. Project Americas was the rumored secret codename for the early development build of Grand Theft Auto 6. This was before the Grand Theft Auto 6 Mega Leak that confirmed that the game will be placed in Vice City, and people believe this due to strong rumors that GTA 6 was leaked and reported to be placed in North and South America themed around the drug smuggling popularity between Cuba in the 1970s and the 1980s. Orange Grove Street Families. The Orange Grove Street Families were a band present in the beta version of the game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. This was changed by Rockstar Games prior to the release, renaming themselves Grove Street Families. However, several OGF graffiti can be seen throughout Los Santos. In addition, Carl Johnson could get a tattooed with an OGF tattoo at the tattoo store, apart from several comments regarding the Orange Grove that CJ makes when answering someone on the street or recruiting members of the gang. It is still very rare, but you are able to find Orange Grove Street members around the map, just a few of them hanging out. The Great Flood. So when I was researching for things to find for this video, to put in this video, I found something called the Great Flood. And I wasn't too sure what it was, but I believe this refers to a map that a Reddit user found in the GTA 5 barbershops that shows the real world map, but with small detailed changes like coastlines are different and countries have new inland seas. The map shows that the world is flooded somewhat in the GTA universe, and it could suggest that the reason why San Andreas is its own separate island is because of global flooding. Another piece of evidence to show this would be that the moon in GTA is about 400 times closer to the world than the real moon, causing tidal waves and tsunamis to occur. Option C killed Franklin. It is said by many that the original ending for C in Grand Theft Auto 5 was going to consist of the player killing main protagonist Franklin, who would eventually be replaced by side character Lamar afterwards. This theory has never been proven true or false, other than the fact that the voice actor for Lamar, Slink Johnson, said that Lamar was supposed to have a bigger role in the game, but was not able to due to legal troubles. This could also be a reason why Lamar does not have more appearances in the game, only showing up in around 3 to 5 missions in total. See You in Miami. See You in Miami is what was displayed on a billboard at the end of Grand Theft Auto 3, most likely suggesting to players during that time that the next GTA installment was going to take place in Miami, which was Vice City. GTA Vice City was announced 1 year after the release of GTA 3. Biowell in Montgomery. The Biowell is an Easter egg and mythical location in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas located in the small town of Montgomery, Red County. It is implied that this is used for dumping biohazard and potentially toxic waste. If you visit the location at nighttime, you can see a green glow at the well surface, which suggests that it is filled with toxic waste. Heart of Liberty. The Heart of Liberty is one of the most infamous Easter eggs in Grand Theft Auto 4. To find this, you must fly to the top of the Statue of Liberty using a helicopter and jump onto the hyper platform or parachute onto there. From here, you are able to go inside the building at a door where there is a Do Not Enter sign, and there will be a long ladder that leads up to the Statue of Liberty's heart, hanging from chains. Zombo Tech. Zombo Tech Corporations is a business known for their zombie virus research in GTA San Andreas. The inside features a sculpture of a DNA strand, possibly hinting that human DNA is being altered to make zombies. The tower itself has an open-air cutout in the center of its core to allow sunlight in. At the back of the building are elevators that go to underground labs for zombie research. Horses in Grand Theft Auto 5. Horses being in GTA 5 is a well-known feature that was cut due to development for unknown reasons. We know this because in a Pisswasser GIF, there's a horse seen on the left, and in the heist that was cut for the Sharmuta job, where you were supposed to rob Martin Madrazo, you were supposed to steal his prize horse, and this heist might have been ultimately cut due to the horses being cut as well. Niko Bellic originally in Grand Theft Auto 5. Niko was rumored to originally return in Grand Theft Auto 5 to be the main protagonist, but speculation about the voice actor's beef with Rockstar is what people believe ended these talks. Niko Bellic is referenced multiple times in Grand Theft Auto 5, and you could see him on Jimmy's Life Invader page as Michael when you switch to him, and even during a mission, Lester mentions a European guy from Liberty City who went quiet, suggesting Niko could have possibly been a heist member or a fourth protagonist in GTA 5.
In the south, they all went down. There was an Eastern European guy making moves in Liberty City, but he went quiet.
Children of the Mountain. Children of the Mountain is a religious movement previously headed by Darius Fontaine, who lost it in a legal battle with Brother Adrian. It is also the subject of an optional side mission for Franklin Clinton in Grand Theft Auto 5 that is completed by using the in-game internet. When playing as Franklin after the mission Merryweather heist, he will receive a text from Brother Adrian asking him to go to their website to complete the 4 stages of the COM process. In addition to that, Jane, the recruiter, is always standing at the same place next to Rockford Hills City Hall and preaching about the cult's beliefs. She can be spoken to by all protagonists. According to her, unlike the Epsilon program, this is not a cult. The Children of the Mountain is all about self-actualizing and confidence.
Time to utilize your very own completeness. Don't let the reality pass you by. Life is not a game. Don't be a normal cynic. This is your chance. Hear what I am saying. It's simple and clear. Embrace your actuality.
GTA 4 cut ferries. GTA 4 was originally planned to have a main type of transportation be the ferries. A YouTuber went searching through the game's ports and docks and eventually found enough evidence to show that ferries were supposed to be in the game. Ratman. Ratman is a GTA 4 myth about a creature who was half rat and half man roaming the subway stations. The myth all started when a photo was put on the internet that looked like a humanoid rat with a torso of an adult human male. Some people believe that the photo is faked and that the photo is photoshopped, or that it's too blurry to tell what it is. There's a lot of evidence that proves that Ratman is real. If the player goes to the Easton subway service station entrance in Easton Algonquin, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, and heads downstairs, there will be a strange orange liquid on the floor that is suspected to be blood. In fact, several of these little orange pools of liquid can be found in various places inside the underground subway system. There's also more of this, quote, Ratman blood on the abandoned hospital's roof. Paranoid Cowboy. The Paranoid Cowboy is a pedestrian in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. He wears a blue and black plaid button-down shirt with a white t-shirt under it, dark blue jeans, a black cowboy hat, brown cowboy boots, and black sunglasses. He is also sometimes talking to Mr. Trenchcoat, making a few strange remarks both in conversation and if the player interacts with him. He appears to exhibit the same paranoid behavior as Mr. Trenchcoat. There is a theory stating that Mr. Trenchcoat and the Paranoid Cowboy are allies working together to murder people. Drug dealing cut. Drug dealing is a side activity and major feature in Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. The drug trade is first introduced by Wu Kenny Lee during the mission Tricks of the Triad, in which the protagonist, Huang Li, must peddle 6 different drugs across Liberty City. The mission will explain the basic principles of drug dealing as well as introducing Huang to the first 2 contacts, Liam and Danny. This feature, however, was cut from every other GTA installment before reappearing in GTA Online as a business for the motorcycle clubs. Liberty Soul FM. Liberty Soul FM is a radio station advertised on billboards in Liberty City in Grand Theft Auto 3. However, the station does not appear in the game's radio soundtrack. It is not clear whether the station was originally intended to be an actual station but was dropped during development, or if it was just simply designed to sit along other fake brands advertised in the game. It's unknown what type of music Liberty Soul would have played, but due to its logo having the drawing of a person with an afro hairstyle and the soul in the name, it is likely that the station would have played soul and R&B music. The Big Ear. The Big Ear is a large radio telescope located in Bone County, San Andreas. The Big Ear's enormous structure is a prominent feature of the surrounding desert landscape and can be seen from miles away. It features a parking lot and 4 small buildings along with a small garage. The signals from the Big Ear are supposedly so powerful the locals suffer from radiation poison, causing them to be born without ears. Despite this claim, pedestrians can still be found walking in the area. Mr. Hat. Mr. Hat is a proven myth in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Mr. Hat slightly resembles the bald redneck pedestrian. He wears a blue cap, an old ragged blue shirt, jeans, sneakers, and an eye patch. He frequently listens to Mr. Trenchcoat's rants about aliens, but doesn't say anything suspicious in reply. Mr. Hat has been rumored to appear in the woods attacking the player. A user found Mr. Hat with a weapon near the beater sailor, though he was not aggressive. The players have theorized that Mr. Trenchcoat can also spawn near an abandoned car. Some even said that Mr. Hat is a killer who dumps his victims into the sailor. OG Loke based on Ja Rule. OG Loke is a gangbanger who grew up on Grove Street. It is said that he is a mocking parody of Ja Rule, a famous rapper from the 90s and early 2000s. Reason is being that they're both named Jeffrey, they portray alike, and Ja Rule has been accused of stealing music from rapper DMX, who Rockstar has frequently collabed with. Locals only. The store is located in Montgomery and Blueberry Red County. This is a reference to the local shop for local people in the BBC sitcom The League of Gentlemen. It is inaccessible to the player and plays no role in the storyline whatsoever. They are only seen in the countryside towns as a joke with the xenophobic/racist and poorly alphabetic redneck stereotype. GTA movie. A GTA movie has been anticipated and wanted by fans of the franchises for years. Take-Two ultimately debunked every theory that there was going to be a GTA movie in 2019 when CEO Strauss Zelnick said this, quote, "Part of it is, if we were to do something like that, we'd want to have complete creative control of it to make sure we express GTA in the way we wanted, and that would mean that we would need to finance that motion picture," end quote. Liberty City DLC in Grand Theft Auto 5. Back in April of 2022, IGN reported that there was leaks saying that the next big update for GTA 5 could be the Liberty City expansion. This ultimately and obviously never happened due to it being an April Fool's joke, but they also used a tweet from an unknown source posted in March 29th, 2022, saying in Spanish, quote, "3 big things coming up in GTA Online soon," quote, with the Statue of Liberty emoji. This has never been proven to be a real source, and while there is no supporting evidence to prove that there is going to be Liberty City DLC, Rockstar has been apparently shutting down all Liberty City remaster mods, leading people to believe that they have something big coming up with the city. Mr. Mofat. Mr. Mofat was scheduled to be a character in the Grand Theft Auto series who was dropped during the development of GTA Vice City for unknown reasons. Mofat and Tommy Vercetti know each other from the past, and Mofat has found himself on the run again from the police in Vice City. Mofat was scheduled to appear in a mission where Tommy would help him to escape from the cops that were after him, but this obviously never happened due to the fact that he was cut from the game for unknown reasons. CJ's Ghost. CJ's Ghost is a false myth in Grand Theft Auto 5. During the mission Hood Safari, while the player approaches Grove Street, 3 men can be seen riding their bikes in the opposite direction. The first 2 men bear a strong resemblance to CJ and Big Smoke. The third biker is disputed, with fans saying that he appears to be Ryder or Sweet from the game. This detail is in a recreation of the scene from the first mission in GTA San Andreas, Big Smoke, where the player's protagonists escape from the bala using BMX bikes. Also, pedestrians can be heard saying, "What's good, CJ?" or "Hey CJ" while talking on the phone. Albert D. Silva. Albert D. Silva is the beta name for Michael DeSanta in Grand Theft Auto 5. There was also many other names for other characters in the beta, such as Jimmy DeSanta being Kevin De Silva, Lester Kress being Jerry Cole, Calvin North for Dave Norton, and even Simon being Trevor Phillips' original name.
Fuck you, you high and mighty weasel!
Ghost Tower. The Ghost Tower is an air traffic control tower that was originally intended to be located at Fort Baxter's Air Base in GTA Vice City. During the game's initial development, Fort Baxter Air Base had its own runway and control tower. During the development, the tower and the runway were removed, likely due to the nearby airport's runway being huge, therefore dwarfing the military runway. However, the game developers forgot to remove the LOD, which means level of detailed texture of the tower in the game. Michael's Hidden Room. Michael's Hidden Room is the one room in Michael's safe house in Grand Theft Auto 5 that is inaccessible. Every other room in the house you are able to enter except for this one door across the hall from Tracy's room. It could be speculated that this is the room where Michael keeps all his money or hides his criminal stash from his family, but this was likely due to the room not fitting the interior design of the house in the final version of the game, leaving Rockstar to just have a shut room. This is the only door in any of the player's safe houses in Grand Theft Auto 5 that you are unable to enter. Staten Island. Staten Island was originally supposed to be a part of Grand Theft Auto 4's map, but was cut from the game most likely due to hardware limitations at the time. This could also be why ferries were cut from the game, due to the most infamous cut ferry being the Staten Island one. Moderately sized release. Back in 2020, a Rockstar official stated that during the development of Red Dead Redemption 2, they found themselves working their employees too hard to reach specific time crunches and deadlines for their work, due to the game being massive. The official stated that GTA 6 development will be trying to work hard against that, possibly releasing in-game updates over time to expand the game even bigger so the employees are less stressed out. This would mean that GTA 6 would still be huge at release, but it wouldn't be as big as people would expect it to be at first. The All-Seeing Eye. The All-Seeing Eye is interpreted as representing the eye of God watching over humankind. The symbol has been used in Freemasonry, religion, the Illuminati, and the United States government. The eye in GTA 5 can be construed as extraterrestrial beings watching over us, or it could represent the same meaning as it does in real life. It could also be tied in with the Mount Chiliad mystery. There are 4 known All-Seeing Eye appearances in the game. A framed picture in Franklin's house, Mount Chiliad, and even in GTA Online, the main logo for the SecuroServe business is the All-Seeing Eye symbol. The Miami Scout. A report made back around the end of 2019 claims that Rockstar had insider officials scouting the interiors of certain buildings in Miami, presumably for the design of Vice City and GTA 5. This was proven by a leaked document posted on Twitter saying that October 14th through 18th, they would have game researchers visiting South Florida for their game research. Fort Zancudo holds aliens. After 100% completion of Grand Theft Auto 5, a massive UFO will spawn right over Fort Zancudo. This is likely a reference to the real-life area, Area 51, which is held in Nevada, and it is a government facility that has been rumored to hold aliens for years. Hot coffee. Now this one's a little bit funny and a little explicit, so if you're not into hearing about sexual content, I would skip this part of the video. This is an unofficial minigame that is planned to be in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas that would consist of CJ having sexual intercourse with an in-game prostitute or a girlfriend at the time. Modders at the time were able to discover this in the game files and used it to create a mod. This created intense backlash for Rockstar Games, including the ban of the game in Australia until the content was removed, and even the Federal Trade Commission issued a warning to Rockstar for failing to disclose the content of the game in their ESRB rating. This created a lot of problems for Rockstar, leading into even 2021, where modders found the code for hot coffee in the game files for the definitive edition, leading Rockstar to halt sales on the game until it was removed. Sasquatch Hunter in GTA 5 is related to Red Dead Redemption 1 Hunter. This theory states that the same Sasquatch Hunter from the final mission in GTA 5 is a relative of the Sasquatch Hunter from the Red Dead Redemption 1 Undead Nightmare. This could be because they both bear a very similar resemblance in looks, both having a big bushy beard. Both wear almost the exact same attire, and possibly the biggest giveaway is that they both have giant scars on their left eye that has left them blinded. Also, in the GTA 5 mission, the hunter can be heard saying, "Gonna make my granddaddy proud." Woozy isn't blind. Wuzu Mi is the blind leader of the Mountain Cloud Boys triads, and a close friend of CJ in San Fierro's Chinatown in Las Venturas, where he owns the newly opened Four Dragons Casino. People believe he may be lying about his blindness due to the fact that he is fully capable of driving and shooting despite his handicap. He is also known to have the ability to play video games, beating CJ in a rare cutscene only triggered if the player activates with below 5% lung capacity. Although it is strange for a blind man to be able to have these abilities, he explains in Mission Amphibious Assault that he trained his senses to the point where some people don't even realize that he was blind. Monkey Mosaics. Monkey Mosaics are exclusive collectibles in the enhanced version of Grand Theft Auto 5. After completing the mission Chop, Franklin will receive a text message from Lamar saying that the street artists have been painting monkey mosaics on walls all across Los Santos. After this, the player will need to photograph all of these seemingly inspired mosaics that the street artist is tagging, and the player can photograph these mosaics with any protagonist despite the fact that only Franklin receives the text message. There are 50 in total across the map to photograph, and after you do that, you will receive various closing options for Trevor, and you will unlock a random event where if you complete it, you will receive a special vehicle. Weirdly enough, this is only available for returning to players, meaning if it's your first playthrough of the game, you will not be able to obtain this. Gonna undo that, not sure how to pronounce it, was a popular user on the GTA forums who was known for his reports and posts about certain information for GTA 6. The reason people believed he was a real leaker over others is because he had instances in the past where he had reported leaks about Red Dead Redemption 2, knowing exact voice lines and scenes from the Red Dead 2 trailer released a couple months later. He is also known for being from Scotland, which is where Rockstar North is located, which means people have speculated that he is a Rockstar worker. Roman Morse code. In GTA 5, located underwater off of the east coast of the state of San Andreas, lies a small circular structure set into the seabed. There is a small rectangular window set into the top of this, which lights up when the player draws near. This is believed to be a reference to the structure called the hatch from the TV show Lost. If the player swims above it, a tapping can be heard, which players have deciphered as tap code, and it translates to "Hey."
Nico, it's Roman. Let's go bowling.
Okay, man.
Luis cut from GTA 5. Luis is one of the three main characters from GTA 4. Luis is a main protagonist of the Ballad of Gay Tony, and he's the only protagonist from GTA 4 that did not make a mention or appearance in GTA 5. Nico is mentioned on multiple occasions, and Johnny is killed by Trevor in the first mission you play as him. The reason why Luis doesn't make an appearance is unknown, but fans of the series has concluded that he stayed in Liberty City to take care of his mother and live a peaceful, happy life. However, this was debunked a few years back when Tony was seen with a photo of Luis in the nightclub on GTA 5 Online, and you can see him in a magazine in Jimmy's room suggesting Luis runs his own club and is doing great financially. Michael's kids are Brad's kids. Now this one's a little crazy, but this is a theory that suggests that Brad, one of the main characters from the prologue and a deceased friend of Michael DeSanta in GTA 5, is actually the father of Michael's children. I couldn't find any real evidence to back this claim up other than my own assumptions. I personally think that this theory can make sense in some way because Brad and Jimmy share very similar facial traits, and Michael and Jimmy have nothing in common or no real interest to share. Also, Michael's wife Amanda is known to have been a stripper back in North Yankton and was willing to put up for anyone. There's been multiple theories in the past that suggest Lester, Dave, or even Trevor could be the real father of Jimmy or Tracy. Packy Brainbox. Packy McReary is a side character who has made appearances in both GTA 4 and GTA 5. He is known for being a mob member, criminal, and his hardened personality. In GTA 4, if you move the camera at a certain angle, you can see inside of his head where a tiny small black box displays two skulls facing each other. It is unknown to why this is there, but it could be easily explained as an accidental texture that was left in before the end of development. Gang members helped make GTA 5. This isn't exactly how it sounds, but it is true that gang members contributed to the creation of Grand Theft Auto 5. Speaking to a Chicago radio station, Laszlo Jones said that thousands of hours of audio that was put into the game was actually collected by Rockstar producers going to people's houses and recording them as they would speak in real life. He stated, quote, "When we would record all these ambient characters, we go towards authenticity," end quote, he said. In the game, there is rival gangs. There's black gangs, Latino gangs. We recruited a guy who gets gang members, actual real gang members, like El Salvadorian gang dudes with amazing tattoos, one of which he had literally gotten out of prison the day before. We get these guys in to record these gang characters because we don't want a goofy LA actor who went to a fancy school trying to be a hard gang member. There's nothing worse than that, so we just go find the most terrifying people and say, "Can you come in here, please?" The voice actors are often ready to contribute into their own take on the scripts, said Laszlo. They look at the lines and say, "I wouldn't say that," so we say, "Okay, say what you would say." Authenticity. There's a lot of sessions where we would just throw the script onto the floor. This is irrelevant. Let's just work on something real. Alcatraz cut from GTA San Andreas. Alcatraz is a prison that, in the beta, was located on an island off the north coast of San Fierro next to the Gant Bridge. It was taken out of the game before release and replaced with a small island next to the large cargo ship owned by the Da Nang boys. It was removed from the final game due to unknown reasons, but the real-life Alcatraz is a very iconic prison known for harboring the worst criminals known to man. You can kill Johnny's girlfriend. In Trevor's debut mission in Grand Theft Auto V, Mr. Phillips, Trevor is seen having sexual intercourse with Johnny Cluebit's girlfriend Ashley in his trailer. According to the story, he has been doing this for a long time, and this is the first time he has been confronted by Johnny for it. Upon this happening, Trevor smashes a bottle on Johnny's head and stomps his head, leaving his girlfriend Ashley to cry hysterically over his body. Once you are able to control Trevor as a player, you have the decision to kill Ashley, and even though it isn't canon to kill her here, it is said later on in the radio that she has died from a heroin overdose, leading players to believe that it was guilt from over the death of Johnny. Big Smoke Beta in Crack Palace. In GTA San Andreas, Big Smoke lives in his, quote, Crack Palace, and if you enter this building, you can find a statue of Big Smoke in his beta attire holding an Uzi, a gun that does not appear in the game. It is speculated that the statue was made early on in the game and that they forgot to change the design before release. The Day That Never Comes. The Day That Never Comes is an extremely rare and spooky phenomenon that has only been reported by a handful of players in GTA 5. When this phenomenon occurs, the sun will normally set between 19 and 22, and the nightfall lasts for 24 hours. The moon will complete a cycle across the sky to up to 3 times, and the sun will fail to rise at the end of each. Interestingly, all reports of this glitch claim it occurred to happen on Saturdays. In addition, NPCs have been reported behaving bizarrely, such as walking in circles, avoiding each other, or casually starting fights with the player. Animals will freeze in place, and birds will fly in a tornado pattern. It has also been noted that incomplete random events will not activate. This could just be a glitch, but it could also be a reference to the real-world phenomenon, the lunar effect, which could also have been added officially by a developer. Lunar cycle has been added to have a bizarre effect on human and animal behavior, reported to affect such things as menstruation to birth rates, and even people that believe that a lunar cycle on a full moon could cause psychotic behavior. Rare Mailman. GTA 4 is known to have a couple of rare NPCs, as the telephone repairman and the mailman. The mailman has been reported to be the rarest NPC to spawn in GTA 4, and if you catch him at the right time, he could be seen putting mail into boxes. Big Smoke's Ghost. Big Smoke's Ghost is another myth reported in GTA San Andreas, with players reporting strange activity at his Crack Palace after his death in the game. Players report that they could hear the voice of Big Smoke, see his figure, and sometimes the lights would turn off inside the building just like in the mission. The first person who investigated this myth was a YouTuber named CF0x306. CF0x306's find might be due to the reason he was walking, and the coroner might have reflected it because the game might not have 100% loaded. It is possible that the reason for the Crack Palace still being enterable following the mission's completion is because the building used a safe house in early development. The developers may have forgotten to remove it from the game. Big Smoke ordered for everyone. Big Smoke's order at Cluckenbell is one of the most famous cutscenes in GTA history. It is said that he actually ordered for the whole gang and not just himself. At the start of the cutscene, Big Smoke asks CJ what he wants to eat. CJ then says, "I'll have number 9, fat boy." Ryder then says, "I'll have a number 9 just like his." And finally, Sweet says that he will have a number 6 with extra dip. Big Smoke then orders 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. Even though he did order for everyone, he still did order an insane amount of food for himself, being the number 9 large, the number 7, and the 2 number 45s. Cut skateboards. The skateboards was a weapon and a vehicle that was dropped during the development of GTA San Andreas. It was meant to be introduced to the player in the mission Mad Dog's Rhymes. There's little leftover data relating to riding the skateboard. Skateboard is developed enough that it is specified to which surface is skatable. In the GTA 3.mig file, the animation file for the skateboard does exist. Chinatown Wars Alderney. Alderney was an island featured in GTA 4, supposedly based in New Jersey. GTA Chinatown Wars was released in 2011 and was set in Liberty City, but it did not consist of Alderney. Alderney was originally planned to be put in the game, but was cut due to the limitation of the Nintendo DS. Angel on Rock. The Angel on Rock is a proven geographical feature that appears on a rock next to the road in Baco Beyond in GTA San Andreas. The image appears to be in the shape of an angel or a creature with wings. The image may be a hint to the angel myth on the nearby Mount Chiliad. Others claim it serves as a marker to the point of the true direction of the angels. Some people have claimed it is Mothman or Pyramid Head. This could also be a tourist attraction, as a nearby town is called Angel Pine, so this could be a symbol or namesake for the town. Some players can also see it having breaths, a possible reference to adult humor. Haitian drama. The Haitians were a street game in GTA Vice City supposed to represent the Haitian American street gangs in real life. The third version of GTA Vice City had all references to the Haitian people removed, in response to Cuban and Haitian groups in the United States who threatened to use action against Rockstar Games on the basis that they were discriminated against. A Haitian organization in the USA claimed racism and was highly offended by the comments used in the game, such as when Vercetti is ordered to, quote, shoot the Haitian dickheads, quote, along with the highly inflammatory mission objective, quote, kill all the Haitians, quote. Because of this, the word Haitians was replaced with gangsters in the game's subtitles and subsequent releases. San Andreas speedrun glitch. GTA San Andreas' record time for finishing the game was around 3 to 4 hours for the longest time, with everyone believing that beating it shorter was impossible. But in 2019, YouTuber Powdernet was able to beat the game in under 30 minutes by doing an absurd current of events that would mostly skip the game and put you into the final mission against Officer Tenpenny. Why do you blow up Ryder's car? This refers to a well-known speedrunning tactic used in GTA San Andreas, where in one of the missions you would blow up Ryder's car, leading the mission to fail and causing it to restart. Many were confused why speedrunners did this, but a video posted on YouTube by KZ_Few reveals that doing this causes you to be able to skip a cutscene later on in the game that you normally couldn't, which would save more time for the player. Lies Damn Lies. LiesDamnLies.net is a website accessible in Grand Theft Auto 4. The website is strongly based off the secret society known as the Illuminati, hinting it by showing its known mark, the All-Seeing Eye. This could be based off the website International Skeptics, which is also known for its forum about certain real-life myths and mysteries. Synthwave leak. In 2020, synthwave artist Vector Hold reported that synthwave artists were being contacted to have their music cleared to appear in GTA 6. This led people to believe even more that the game would be set in Vice City, and this was before the Mega Leak confirmed this. African Revolutionary. The African Revolutionary is a pedestrian in GTA San Andreas. The African Revolutionary is a pedestrian who spawns on the streets of the poorer areas of San Fierro and spawns anywhere in the city as a taxi driver. The pedestrian has radical political views, often exposing black nationalists and anti-capitalist ideas towards passerbys. The pedestrian's ideologies are influenced by two unknown characters named Dr. Ben and Dr. Archibald, whose books and talks he mentions. He is shown to be very paranoid at times, accusing minor impediments like traffic jams to be the result of police interference. He also claims that his phone is being tapped by the government. During some talks, he references real-life conspiracies, namely the New World Order and the De Beers Diamond Monopoly. Cement shoes. The cement shoe men are a proven myth and Easter egg in GTA Vice City. In two different locations in the river that surrounds the city, Washington Beach and between Leaf Links and downtown, two overweight men with cement on their shoes can be seen underwater. The men are stripped of their clothing except for their underwear. They are also slightly obese and appear to not have been dead for a long time because their skin hasn't been decomposed completely. They have their feet inside of dry cement and have been dumped in the ocean, which was a notorious method of torturing and murdering people that the Mafia used in the 20th century. During the final mission, Keep Your Friends Close, Ken Rosenberg mentions that the Forelli crime family are coming to fit him with some cement shoes. This seems to imply that the Mafia is responsible for the crime act. Cut restaurants GTA 5. In every GTA, you had the ability to enter restaurants such as Burger Shot and Cluck and Bell, however this was removed in Grand Theft Auto 5. People wondered for years to why this has happened, such as assumptions that Rockstar wanted to focus more on other areas and interiors such as safe houses and shops. Others speculated that it could have been due to the fact that they wanted to remove the food bar meter so the player wouldn't have to worry about this. Rockstar Happy Holidays tweet. Every year for Christmas, Rockstar always tweets happy holidays, but for 2022, they posted a photo of an overlook of Los Santos. Fans quickly realized that the top of this image was a helicopter, but it didn't resemble any helicopter from GTA 5 or any former GTA games. People then found out that this helicopter resembled a Miami-Dade helicopter, leading people to believe that this was a hint to GTA 6 Vice City setting. The Infinity Killer. The Infinity Killer is a serial killer in Grand Theft Auto 5. Though he is never seen in-game, he is mentioned numerous times throughout the game. The Infinity Killer is responsible for the Infinity murders carried out in December of 1999, in which he murdered 8 people and buried them in a secret place in San Andreas. There are many in-game clues around the state of San Andreas, which refers Meryl Abrahams in the Infinity murders. Most of these clues come out in the form of which short phrases written on walls by Abraham himself, usually describing his motives behind the murder. These clues illustrate his psychotic mentality and his rise to insanity over the course of a few years. Charles Manson. Charles Manson is a myth and an Easter egg in Grand Theft Auto 5. In Vinewood Hills, there is graffiti on a brick wall that reads 1807 as well as an arrow pointing to the house. This is a reference to the criminal Charles Manson, who led a small cult known as the Manson family and was responsible for orchestrating several murders. The 07 represents the number of the killings Manson was convicted of. The arrow points at a mid-century ranch house that bears a close resemblance to the 150 CeeLo Drive, the house where Manson sent 3 people to kill everyone inside. The house is located in Banham County, or Canyon, sorry about that. This could be a reference to the location of a real-life house in Benedict Canyon. At night, a party sometimes occurs at the house. If the player walks into any of the partygoers, they would collapse and die instantly. This may be a reference to the murders committed in the real-life house. So that's all I got for this video. I did a lot of extensive research onto this, so if you could just leave a comment telling me how you thought, I would really appreciate that, and if I should continue to make these styles of videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know what else to say. I've never done this before, so I'm not gonna drag it out too long, but I just want to say I appreciate you if you watched through the whole video, and I appreciate you watching my horrible editing.